Narito ang mga pangunahing balita sa loob at labas ng bansa. Tinagit at kinalap ng Agila News Team. Agila Balita.
Narito ang balita. Iglesia ni Cristo at FYM Foundation Blood Drive isinagawa sa Long Beach, California. Blood Drive ng Iglesia ni Cristo at FYM Foundation isinagawa rin sa North Hollywood. LA Fleet Week, isang pagdiriwang ukol sa serbisyong pandagat ng bansa. Mga veterano ng ikalawang digmaang pandaigdig pinarangalan sa Konsulado ng Pilipinas sa New York. Sa New York pa rin, ang emosyonal na pagsagip sa Hartley House. Mga sasakyang panghimpapawid nagpakitang gilas sa Virginia Beach, Virginia. At mga disenyong pangbahay na may positibong epekto sa individual at sa kapaligiran i-display sa Vancouver.
Agila Balita.
Magandang araw, ako si Eliza Gonzalez Manglikmot at ito ang Agila Balita, Washington, D.C.
Agila Balita.
Kaugnay ng proyektong Lingap sa Mamamayan, nagsagawa ng blood drive ang Iglesia ni Cristo at ang FYM Foundation sa Long Beach, California. Samahan natin si Agila reporter June Reynoso na nakaisa rin sa proyektong ito.
Every 2 seconds that pass by, an individual in the United States is in need of blood. So residents from Long Beach, California and neighboring cities gathered together to donate blood to give back to the community.
Now I too will be donating blood, and yes, I'm slightly nervous, but it's all for a good cause, right? Like, why is it beneficial to donate blood anyway?
Well, for all people, ultimately the most important thing is you're saving up to 3 lives each time you donate. So this is the best way you could help your community. For men, it's very important to donate. There's studies that suggest that men that donate at least once a year will reduce their chances of heart attack and stroke by at least 70%. So for men, it's a wonderful way to help yourself. But ultimately, the most important thing is 3 people get help. And there is no other way to repair your community, but by saving lives, this is the best thing you could do for you.
What happens to the blood once it is donated?
So, if you see, there's not a lot of people on this side of the section, but the whole blood donation, where we just take a full pint of your blood, is going to be sent to the lab. They're going to run a rigorous test through it, make sure it's good to be used for the community. Then they separate the components of the blood. So we say you save 3 people's lives because when it gets separated, 1 person will receive the platelets, another will receive the red blood cells, and a 3rd person will receive the plasma. So it's a wonderful way to, again,
That's
3
great.
people, not just 1. For men, you're even helping yourself. So it's a win-win situation for everybody involved.
Who qualifies to donate blood?
Well, if you're 17 years of age or older, you qualify for blood. There's a lot of things that can exclude you, but if you're 17 years old and you're healthy, I highly suggest you go to your local blood bank and try to donate blood. Everybody qualifies. All blood is good blood.
Now that I know that all blood is good blood, that definitely relieves me of my nervousness. But I still wonder, why would others choose to donate blood?
So donating blood, it's always been something that I would do once or twice every year. And it's just something that I look at as a way to help. And that's just one of the things that every year that's been driving me to always donate blood.
I chose to donate blood today because, first of all, it's one of the church activities. And of course, we have to be united in everything that we do. And would like to help our fellow man, which is also the commandment of our Almighty God.
That's great.
Okay. Yeah.
So, how did you feel before and after you donated blood?
Well, before I donated blood before, it was also a church activity. So I was just, I don't remember how I felt that time.
How'd you feel this time?
Well, I mean, after I donated blood, I felt kind of lightheaded. But, you know, I'm just happy that I was able to to participate in this activity with brothers and sisters in the church.
That's great. So I'm sure you ate a lot of food right after.
Yes, they try to feed me.
I'm pretty used to it, so before going into it, I was already well aware of everything that was going to happen, so I was okay then. In between and all the way through the end and after, I was completely fine.
Why would you recommend someone to donate their blood?
Well, I mean, it's definitely, even if you're not directly helping anybody, it's a way to help out people and save lives. You know, it's a lot of people say that, you know, or a lot of people in the world, they need to do blood transfusions or, you know, any sort of like work with blood, and this can help many people. And it's just something to give in a way. You know, maybe you won't be giving, you know, your recognition, like no one's gonna know it's you, but you know, it's just something that makes you feel good because you can really help out people even if you don't know who they are.
I would recommend others to donate blood because it helps people.
Being in this room full of professional medical staff and supportive people definitely gets my heart pumping and going, motivating me to want to donate again.
So get up and donate today. Your efforts will not be in vain. Reporting from the blood donation event here in Long Beach, California, I'm June Reynoso, and I am always one with 25.
Salamat, June. Isa pang blood drive ang isinagawa pa rin ng Iglesia ni Cristo at ng FYM Foundation sa pakikipagtulungan sa live stream blood bank at Huntington Hospital Blood Donor Center. Aalamin ng ating junior AGILA reporters na sina David at Sarah Cusho kung gaanong tapang ang kailangan upang makapag-donate ng dugo para sa kapwa.
Giving blood can help save lives. But with needles that look this big, donors must be brave. So how does a person find the courage to give blood? Well, we're about to find out. Wait, not me. I'm too young to give blood. The Iglesia ni Cristo with the Felix Y. Manalo Foundation have partnered with Livestream and the Huntington Hospital Blood Donor Center to sponsor a blood donation drive in North Hollywood, California. Members of the Church of Christ, along with community residents, worked together to raise awareness about the need for blood. How will the donated blood be used?
Well, that's a great question, David. The blood will be used for many patients within the Southern California area. It goes to people who are in car accidents, who are having surgery, or being treated for cancer. People give blood because that's the only source of blood for individuals in need. They do it out of the goodness of their heart, to go ahead and give back to the community, and to save lives.
Why do people give blood?
People give blood because they want to help, because they know that that's the only way they can save someone's life that needs blood is by donating their own blood. We can't buy blood, we can't turn on a faucet and fill up bags with blood. It takes people helping people. Donating blood is very easy and it's very rewarding. It doesn't take very long to do. You get to find out some things about your health that perhaps you didn't already know. And you also get to find out your blood type. But most importantly, you get to save lives.
A city official representative from District 6 of Los Angeles arrived to award the Iglesia ni Cristo and the FYM Foundation with a certificate of recognition for their outstanding work in this community outreach. Why did the Church of Christ decide to hold a blood donation drive?
We want to be able to fulfill the commandments of God that says that we should shine as lights of this world. So we help our fellow man by donating things such as blood. That's something that they might need, especially if they're sick, so that someday we would be able to invite them to the Church of Christ and to listen to the words of our Almighty God.
A big lunch, lots of refreshments, a photo booth, and a children's arts and craft center were enjoyed by all the attendees with their families. Is this your first time giving blood?
Yes, it is.
No, this is not my first time giving blood.
Yes, it is.
Does the needles scare you?
Yes, it did.
Then how are you still able to donate?
I closed my eyes.
I prayed.
No, needles never really scared me, and my parents have taught me to be brave.
Just give it a try. Giving blood is you're saving lives and you're giving life.
Just look at the good side because you're helping a lot of people that are sick.
A message I would give to somebody that isn't sure to give blood is that you're kind of being a hero because you're giving your blood, and blood is life, to another person, so they have a chance to like survive something, because you'll never know what the people who are going through that are getting this blood.
For me, it's a way to show that I can give back to the people. It's another way to do good.
I think you just have to remember that this could possibly save someone's life, and it's always going to be worth it in the end.
I know there's people out there who are scared of needles and stuff like that, like my dad. Last year he did donate despite being afraid of blood. So I think it's more about knowing that not only is this for the church and like the FYM Foundation, it's also helping out people around the world, or like people who need blood.
Just take a deep breath, and it just happens really fast. It's scary before it happens, but when it actually happens, get it done with really fast. It's pretty much the health benefits, and most especially to help other people who might need your blood to save lives.
We wondered what makes a person brave enough to give blood. After speaking with donors, this is what we discovered. Courage starts with caring. Reporting from North Hollywood, California for Eagle News, I'm David.
And I am Sarah.
And we are 1 with 25.
Salamat David and Sarah. Ika nga lakasan lang ng loob yan. At dahil pag-uusapan natin ang katapangan, sa California pa rin silipin natin ang Los Angeles Fleet Week kung saan ipinagdiwang ang kontribusyon ng mga nasa serbisyong pandagat ng Estados Unidos. Narito si AGILA reporter Eva Basalahe.
Ships ahoy! LA Fleet Week celebrates the nation's seafaring military might here in the Port of Los Angeles in San Pedro, California.
A blowing reveille, he's the boogie woogie bugle boy company B. They made him blow a bugle before his understand. They really brought him down because he could not jam. The captain seemed to understand. We learned the next day the captain went out and drafted the band, and now the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy company B. He was a boogie woogie bugle boy of company B.
A big part of Fleet Week are the military transport, weaponry, and ships of war like this one. Docked at the Los Angeles waterfront, the USS Iowa is a battleship-turned museum where one can walk in the footsteps of sailors who served in World War II, the Korean War, and Cold War. As spacious as the Iowa looks from shore, on board, tight quarters, narrow passages, and steep staircases tell a different story. To think that the crew of this majestic ship lived under these confined conditions makes one appreciate even more the service that they gave. Active duty military were present to answer questions about Fleet Week and to educate the public about what they do. What is LA Fleet Week?
LA Fleet Week is a chance for us to bring out some of our gear and equipment, show the civilian population, so to show what we have and get that good community relations with them.
We have our medical tents with our 305 tents and our AMOL blocks, which provide our medical equipment within 1st Medical Battalion. A lot of people don't realize how quick and accessible that is. Our goal is stabilization and damage control within our unit.
We set up a Roll 2 facility. It's our shock trauma platoon, and that's how we take care of wounded combat injuries. And so if you would go over there, you would see a couple of our tents set up where we could receive those casualties, and then an example of our operating room.
So LA Fleet Week's been a really great experience for us. It brings the Navy to LA. So we get up here and get to see do a lot of different events, see the great community. They're very receptive to us, very welcoming, and really it's just showing them what their Navy does for them.
What can the public find here at LA Fleet Week?
There was a lot. We had concerts here the weekend. There was a lot of aerial shows, tours of the Iowa, tours of the ships, and then a lot of different vendors here with things on display, the local police, fire departments. We also had Marine Corps with some displays. We had a basketball tournament here this weekend, concerts again at night. It was really good. We're going to wrap it up tonight with a baseball game.
A lot of people are really interested in pretty much all the military side as well as the police stuff that we have over there. We have a lot of questions that people have been asking about the Cobra, and that's what I fly. It's been great so far. The Cobra is the AH-1 Zulu. It's the newest version of the Cobras that the Marine Corps has.
In the Coast Guard, we do search and rescue, migrant interdictions, law enforcement, and boater safety, and that's just to name a few. But we're just here today to show support for the rest of the branch and to let the public know what's going on.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell our viewers about LA Fleet Week?
Come down next year. It's amazing.
What this is all about is our troops, right? The number one thing is we're here to show recognition and support and love for our heroes. I spent 5 years in the Army, 3 combat deployments, and retired in 2013 after I was injured in Afghanistan. But now I'm continuing to serve those by running our nonprofit organization for our veterans.
What can guests expect when they come into LA Fleet Week?
Guests could expect good food, good entertainment, lots of neat military gear, including these awesome ships in the background, and they could most importantly meet people who love and care for them.
Can you tell us what is your role here at this event?
So LA Fleet Week is a time when our military comes out and shows itself to the general public. And we have a thing called Galley Wars where each of the ships sends a team. We have 30 minutes to cook and prepare a main course, 2 sides and a dessert, and I'm one of the judges.
What branch of the military were you in?
I was in Her Majesty's Royal Navy.
Oh, and what was your role and duties there?
I was a cook, but not just a cook, if you know what I mean. Jelly bean.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell our viewers before we let you go, Chef Robert Irvine?
Just remember this, you have an opportunity to make somebody else's day that is less fortunate than you. Make it happen, smile, have fun, and thank you for watching this amazing show. See ya.
America's armed forces can be deployed anytime, anywhere around the world, which means the fight to keep the nation secure can happen far from its borders. Events like Fleet Week honor these brave men and women who help their country remain safe. Reporting from San Pedro, California for Eagle News, I'm Eva Basayahe, and I am 1 with 25.
Salamat, Eva. Susunod, mga veterano ng ikalawang digmaang pandaigdig pinarangalan sa Konsulado ng Pilipinas sa New York. At sa New York pa rin ang emosyonal na pagsagip sa Hartley House. Magbabalik ang AGILA Balita, Washington, D.C.
AGILA Balita.
Ito ang AGILA Balita, Washington, D.C. Ako si Eliza Gonzalez Manglikmot. Kamakailan ay inalala at binigyan karangalan ang mga veterano ng ikalawang digmaang pandaigdig sa Konsulado ng Pilipinas sa New York. Alamin natin ang damdamin ng mga nakadalo sa nasabing event. Ang detalye hatid sa atin ni Abigail Comillas Dumlao.
Pinarangalan ng mga Filipinong veterano ng ikalawang digmaang pandaigdig sa Congressional Gold Medal Awarding Ceremony na pinangunahan ng Philippine Consulate General at ng PhilVet-Rep. Ipinagkaloob sa mga veterano o kanilang mga kinatawan ang U.S. Mint replicas of medal sa ika-44 na gawad seremonya na ginanap sa New York.
Oh, say, can you see? So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming.
Ayon kay Major General Antonio Taguba, isang retiradong sundalo ng Estados Unidos at chairman ng PhilVet-Rep, ang okasyong ito ay nagnanais na kilalanin at parangalan ang 260,000 mga sundalo na lumaban sa Pilipinas sa depensa ng Estados Unidos noong ikalawang digmaang pandaigdig.
Well, this event was to memorialize and also to award the Congressional Gold Medal to living World War II veterans and also their next of kin, the veterans that are part of the 260,000 men and women who fought in the Philippines in defense of the United States in World War II. Following the war, Congress passed two laws called the Rescission Acts of 1946, which basically denied them, revoked the promise made to them by President Roosevelt, Franklin Roosevelt, that they will get their benefits, and also revoked their U.S. nationality, meaning they were no longer U.S. citizens. But they were U.S. citizens during the war because they were still colonized until May of 1946. So that law still exists today. But we wanted to get the recognition first for the veterans who were disenfranchised, who were discounted, and had lived in a lifetime of adversity for 75 years. Nobody waits that long for a country that asked them to go to war and then not recognize them for their wartime service.
Binigyang diin naman ni LTC McKinley Williams na dapat bigyang karangalan ng Estados Unidos ang mga veterano dahil hindi biro ang maging isang sundalo. Alam nila ang nakaambang panganib at ang sakripisyong lalo na sa kanilang mga pamilya.
I know it's been long overdue, and I think the U.S. should show their appreciation. It takes someone to be service-minded, first of all, to serve, to join the military, recognizing that you can be in harm's way and whatever the military may need you to do, you have to do. And there's a sacrifice not only that you may make, but if you have a family, there's a sacrifice that they make as well.
Pahayag din ni Ginoong Claro Cristobal, Consul General ng New York, na mahalaga para sa kanila na maiparating sa pamilya at kamag-anak, lalo na sa mga kabataang miyembro ng angkan ng mga veterano, na sila ay kabilang sa pamilya ng mga bayani.
We also are talking to their progeny, to their relatives, to their families. And the great many of those family members are young people. And it is very important to us and to let them know too that you belong to families of heroes.
Ito ay isa lamang sa maraming mga pagdiriwang na ilulunsad para sa pagkilala sa serbisyo ng mga veterano. Nag-uulat mula sa Philippine Center, New York, ako po si Abigail Dumlao, 1 with 25.
Pagbati sa mga Filipinong veterano. Salamat, Abigail. Sa ibang balita, isang komunidad ang nagtulong-tulong upang sagipin ang Heartly House, isang organisasyon na tumutulong sa mga residente ng Hell's Kitchen sa New York, mahigit sa 100 taon na. Narito ang ulat ni Junior AGILA reporter Noah Edrelin.
We're at a Heartly House in New York to hear about a big announcement for the community.
As most of you know, Heartly House, both the building and the organization, has been serving people in this neighborhood in all kinds of ways for over a century. Last year, however, our board faced the heartbreaking fact that our organization could no longer afford to remain in our home. The time and expense of maintaining these very old buildings was simply more than a small, independent organization like ours could manage. We had to choose between serving the buildings and serving our clients, and so we made the agonizing decision to sell. But then, a miracle happened.
So these buildings are not being sold. These buildings are staying in the community.
So Heartly House will become a combination of community service, so social services, and affordable housing.
As borough president, I unfortunately see other nonprofits
who do not come together as Hartley has with Joe Restitia, with the community board, the speaker, elected officials, and with Hudson Guild. And I hope that other nonprofits in the city look to this and say, we need to do the same thing. So congratulations.
Today's a really good day because we're saving Hartley House, which you know is so important for young people and for people of all ages. So today the community came together to save this amazing organization. It's been here since 1897, and we are so, so proud that we're able to keep this invaluable community resource in the community, helping Hell's Kitchen for generations to come. So today's a good day.
I'm so excited. I am super excited. It is such a blessing to be back in the community where I grew up, where I went to school, and my children came here and grew up here and attended programs. So it is such an honor, and I am excited to celebrate and be here for another 120 years.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Noah Edgerlin, reporting from New York, and I'm 1 with 25.
Salamat, Noah, sa aming pagbabalik. Mga sasakyang panghimpapawid nagpakitang gila sa Virginia Beach, Virginia. At mga disenyong pambahay na may positibong epekto sa individual at sa kapaligiran, i-display sa Vancouver, Canada. Magbabalik ang AGILA Balita, Washington, D.C.
AGILA Balita. AGILA Balita.
Kayo ay nanonood pa rin ng AGILA Balita, Washington, D.C. Ako si Eliza Gonzalez Manglikmot. Mga naglalakihang sasakyang panghimpapawid nagpakitang gila sa Virginia Beach, Virginia sa isinagawang Naval Air Station Oceana Air Show. Narito ang report ni AGILA reporter Ener Ocampo.
Ilaksan ng maraming tao ang 2018 NAS Oceana Air Show na ginanap sa NAS Air Station, Virginia Beach, Virginia. Magunita sa ika-75 taong anibersaryo ng Naval Air Station Oceana ang nasabing air show. Ang NAS Oceana ay ang US Navy's East Coast Jet Base na nakabase sa Mid-Atlantic. Ayon sa NAS Oceana, inihanda nila ang air show para sa kasiyahan ng buong pamilya ng mga residente ng lungsod at mga taga-ibang lugar na dumating dito para manood ng air show. Tinatayang mahigit na 100,000 katao ang nakapanood, kabilang maraming foreigners sa 2 araw na pagsasagawa ng air show. Nakita po sa air show ang ilang mga modernong aeroplano o aircrafts ng US Navy at Air Force na nakaparke sa flight line ng istasyon. Nakaroon ng pagkakataon ng mga nanood na makalapit, makasakay sa mga ito at makilala ang mga crew ng mga aeroplano. Pinakatampok sa air show ang flight exhibition o performance ng US Blue Angel acrobatic team na pinagmamalaki ng US Navy. Nag-perform din ang flight demonstration ng Canadian Air Force Snowballs team, ilang fighter jets ng US Air Force at ilang civilian flying teams. Ligtas at masaya ang ginanap na air show na sinuportaan ng City of Virginia Beach at mga komunidad na nakapaligid sa NAS Oceana. Mula dito sa ANS Oceana, ako po si Ener Ocampo and I am 1 with 25.
Salamat, Ener. Mula sa Virginia Beach, tumawid tayo papuntang Canada, kung saan dadalhin tayo ni AGILA reporter Arnie Aquino sa Interior Design Show, Vancouver. Alamin natin ang konsepto sa likod ng tema para sa taong ito. Arnie?
Kalmado, malamig at malinis. Yan ang mapapansin ng mga tao pagpasok sa Vancouver Convention Center. Kahit na maraming mga bisita ang excited makita ang mga disenyong nakadisplay dito sa Interior Design Show, Vancouver. Ang mga exhibits na to ay isinaayos para maipakita ang makabagong mga disenyo na may temang kalikasan na kumakatawan sa Pacific Northwest. Ipinaliwanag ni Jody Phillips, director ng IDS, kung anong tema ng exhibit ngayong 2018.
Every year we do have a theme, and this year the theme is surface and depth. And the surface and depth refers to the fact that design can be aesthetically beautiful and pleasing to the eye, but it also can be good design can impact how you live and move and feel and can impact your environment. Well, actually, Canadian by Nature is a play on that a little bit. So this is the second iteration. The first one was an installation in Toronto in January, a feature with the same name. This one was curated by myself, and the visual direction is by Glassford and Walker, a design and branding team from Vancouver, based here. And we wanted the content to encompass all different types of design and designers from all across Canada, but with a bit of a more focus here on the Pacific Northwest. So yeah, the whole nature thing is definitely part of this.
Ibinahagi naman ni Susana Yorkland, isang trend analyst galing pa sa Helsinki, ang paraan kung paano niya dinisenyo ang kanyang exhibit.
I curate trend exhibitions also for a Habitat Fair in Finland every year. And the process is such that, well, here we have works by 30 designers or companies. Okay. So we are featuring all kinds of design, but also art and immaterial innovations and companies. The idea was to actually have many levels to showcase the latest design in Finland. We have products from the Young Designer of the Year, Andrea Hartikainen. We have loads of others. And then also to showcase innovations, like I mentioned, and also to talk about a little bit what Finland is about. That's why we have a video of the Finnish weather, for instance, showing in a window and things like that.
Ipinahayag naman ni Ali Velji ang naging inspirasyon niya sa kanyang koleksyon.
Yeah, so I collaborated with a Montreal-based company, Mobilia, on a furniture collection called Modern India. So it was an awesome collection that we worked on. I went to India for 4 days. We designed it in Canada and then had it manufactured in India. So the whole inspiration is behind beautiful textures, marbles, lots of kind of handmade goods, beautiful lighting pieces as well, and also kind of a nod to everything handmade. You know what, I think when people think of traditional India, they think of beautiful kind of hand-carved kind of pieces, lots of wood, lots of marble, lots of color as well. So we really kind of minimalized the color portion of it. So we did things that are a little bit more neutral. Like the wood piece here, for example, you can see that it's whitewashed, but it has just some beautiful kind of texture to it. So it is hand-carved, but done in a modern way. So it's more kind of geometric rather than kind of floral. And then, of course, the hand kind of done textiles that we have, the beautiful stitching techniques, and then the use of brass as well. I think brass is something that's really on trend and super Indian as well, because brass was used a lot in India, but again, we've refined it by doing it in subtle ways and in modern ways and just using little hints of it. You know what, IDS Vancouver I think is an awesome platform. I think it's great because it really helps designers kind of get out there, and it helps to educate the public in what's going on, what's trendy in design, and really helps kind of local Canadian designers kind of get their name out there, and promotes companies like Mobilia that are Canadian and doing great things with Canadian designers.
Nagbabalita mula rito sa Vancouver Convention Center, ako si Arnie Aquino para sa AGILA Balita 1/25.
Salamat, Arnie. Yan ang AGILA Balita Washington, D.C. para sa linggong ito. Samahan nyo kaming muli sa Lunes para sa mga balita mula sa aming bureaus sa buong mundo. Bisitahin nyo ang aming websites at Eaglenews.PH at Eaglenewslive.com. Salamat sa panonood. Ako si Eliza Gonzalez Manglikmot, 1/25.
Sumainyo ang mga balitang kinara, maingat na isinulat at inihanay ng Eagle News Service. AGILA Balita.